So there's this new Code.org update with a new sprite lab. So there's new blocks and stuff. There's more sprites, which I don't really like. There's a lot of sprites. So it's like I'm not really interested in the sprite stuff, but like they added so much. So there's like you can add a player, and you can make a player do a jump and stuff. It might not sound like much, but like before you had to do so much more. Yeah, if you just, and also if you had like terrain like I'm doing right now, if you had terrain like that, you can set it to environment, and once you've set it to environment, now it literally works. It does this collisions. So right now I'm adding movement. It's pretty easy. And the collisions also work with left and right movement. So yeah, it doesn't really feel like coding anymore because, well, it just doesn't like it just does it all for you. And yeah, so yeah, it's a pretty big update. Yeah. They also added the settings thing. Yeah, it's for colorblind people, I'm pretty sure. They had an update before, a while ago. So yeah, this is just me making some movement. It's not great. It's not great movement. Like the collisions are pretty bad. But it's better than having it. So it's better than having like a thing where the collisions are just much worse. Because like it's better than having to do all that stuff. But yeah, as you can see, the collisions aren't that good because the player's pretty much no clipping into the wall. Like it just doesn't look good. It also the physics aren't that great. So yeah, but anyway, there's also other stuff, not just a new sprite lab. Like there is. Like, so I saw a sprite lab thing and I was like, okay, what's that? And yeah, there's also this mix and move with AI, which, yeah, it's a thing where, yeah, it's about AI. So it's about it's about AI, and yeah, you're supposed to make stuff using AI. But anyways, it's like, I'm not interested in it really, but Code.org really like it. So yeah, Code.org forces you to select a track, which is not really good. I don't like it. I'm not interested in this really. But anyway, I'll just select that song. Anyway, yeah, Code.org just wants you to use AI for some reason. I do not know why. Anyway, AI generated me some stuff. I'm not really interested, really. So I'm not interested really. And AI generated me that. Weird. Anyway. So I'm not really interested in this, but there's also this thing where you can do music and dance party. I don't know. Yeah, and yeah, generated me this mess. just really wants, it really wants me to use AI for whatever reason. Anyway, I'm not really that interested in this, but yeah. I'm not sure if it's like so I'm not really sure if this is like they didn't even update the feature projects, which I find kind of disappointing. And yeah, sadly they didn't change the feature projects, which they haven't even been updated in years. I know this is new or not, but Artist Pre-Reader I don't know why that's there. Yeah, so they also changed the icons. Like they changed Sprite Lab, App Lab, Game Lab, Music Lab. They changed it all into like super simple stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna delete this stuff because I mean it's temporary, just for showing what it's like. So yeah, it's kind. So I'm not sure if it's new, but Artist Pre-Reader. Yeah, I'm not sure if they updated it or not, because last time I saw it, I was confused. I was confused, like if it's new or not. But anyway, you can do stuff. I don't really like it much, because it's just Artist, which already isn't great, but even worse. But most of the stuff in this update is good. I wouldn't call it a bad update, but it's not like it's not like the greatest update of all time. But also, I'm pretty sure this update is like based on me, because like there's the repeat forever. But if you go into one of my projects, like the Miner game I made a video about, go check that out. About the Miner game I made. You can there's a forever loop. But it has to use sprites. Like on screen, you can see my mouse. But the forever loop had to use sprites. But they added a repeat forever, which is probably a forever loop. So yeah, I don't think it's based on me really. But also they actually updated this to not have like a my sprite on it, because normally it would just be like this. It would be forced like this. You would have to take it out and remove the variable, but it doesn't happen anymore. I still don't think it's based on me, because that just wouldn't happen. But also, there's two locations which I find pretty funny. It just looks so weird. But but most of the stuff here is just a copy from the other locations. Like there's 200 200 and 200 200 in the same thing, which I find pretty weird. But also, if this update was based on me, if this update was based on me, I would think that they would remove the reset timer, because in one of my videos I called it useless. Pretty true. But yeah, they just didn't remove it. So yeah, there's all this new stuff. There's all these new sprites, and I don't really like them. Some people will. And yeah, so Yeah, so there's all these sprites, but if you're starting a new... So yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.